Here's a quick update on Sally. I turned her over and I did a thin layer of paint mix and compound for mud and spread that over on her, and then it's dried and I'm gonna flip her over and do the other side. I'm still trying to get rid of the lines from the duct tape, and it's gonna take, I think, a few more layers of the mud. So she's coming slow and I hope she gets done before Halloween, but I'm really kind of taking my time with her because I want her to last for a long time. So let me flip her over and you can see kind of the other side. She's pretty much dry, so there we go. There she is. Okay, so, and before I was going to clay her body, but that's just going to be too heavy, so that's why I'm just doing the thin mud layer. And it's working, it's just taking a few more layers than I thought. And so I'm gonna do it up again. See how she's kind of squishy? That's good, that's fine. I just want her to be smooth, so then when I paint her, it looks like a fabric for her dress. So that is a quick update on her. So I need to do a couple more layers on both sides. I'm going to do this other side, let that dry, flip her over, do the other side, and just keep going until she's ready to go. But the back looks good. She just needs some more layers. Okay, I'll check in soon. Here's an update on Sally. Last night I figured out a way to put her eyelashes on. My husband had some old wire and that I split to get the two pieces in one, and so I drill holes in her face. I stuck a little bit of hot glue in the hole and stuck the wire in there, and it held and glued just fine. So now she has big, beautiful eyelashes, just like in the movie. The other thing I did was I put pool noodles down the pipes for her arms. I was going to cut the whole thing and shape it with just raw foam, but I'm running out of time, so I thought the fast way to do it with her legs and her arms is just to do pool noodles, and I'll shape them at the bottom for her hands. And actually it's a little nicer because the arm's a little flexible, and that way I can bring her hands forward in a pose or any other pose I want to do with her. So right now I'm going to give her some paint, and I think I'm going to throw my costume on her, the dress that is, because I'm running out of time to paint the design. I might do that next year, but it should fit her since it fits me. And I'll do the details stuff work later, but it'll work. So I'll give you guys an update quickly. Now her hair is painted red and her eyelashes are painted black. I'm just letting it dry a little bit. I got her arms on and shaped and put a little piece of PVC pipe holding her hands together. That worked out really well. And then her legs, same thing. I wish I had a thicker pool noodle to shape it down, but it's being used in the rest of the haunt. So I'll do the thin ones this time. I shaped the bottom so it looks like little high heels. I don't know if you can see that. It's getting mushed up against the ground a little bit, but I'll raise it up a little bit. And now she's ready for her skin tone, which is white with a little bit of blue. So I'm going to do that right now. Right, Ronan? Okay, let's paint her up. There you go, hon. Mix a white house paint with just a teeny weeny bit of blue, just to get that hint for her skin. You don't have to worry about those shoes, honey. We can paint those black, but you can paint them if you want to.
In my shoes?
The shoes, that's her shoes. Those are going to be black. And I'm working on the head and the neck and the chest. And
my shoes? This one on?
No, her shoes.
Boo!
Is Sally all finished? I think she is.
Yes!
Whoop. Careful. Here, let's prop her back up again. We just have her on one piece of rebar. She's all done. She's got my costume on. She's all painted up. I put some highlights on her face. Of course, she has to have the stitching. That is my costume from last year. Remember when I wore that? I don't have time to paint her dress on, so we just stuck my costume on it, and it's probably better than what I could paint. But she came out really nice. The pool noodle arms worked out perfectly because then I could undo it and get a costume on her. And here's her feet. We got her shoes, painted on her socks. The dress is just long enough to hide the base. Everything else came out really well. Let me turn around so you can see her from the back. Hey, what are you doing? Don't mess with her skirt. And I think, I don't know, that we might blacken out the rebar so you can't see it, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Anyway, she's done. She looks great. She's really tall. She's about, let's see, 6.5 feet tall. And I think she looks great.
I peeked inside back.
Did you? Do you see the armature? We're going to put her in the cemetery, and she's going to be alongside Jack. Here's Jack. Got him out of the haunt shed. He's all assembled. We just have to fix it. He needs a hand. His hand broke. I got to redo it with foam. Actually, I did it with paper mache last year.
I'm the hand.
But it was a little too heavy, so I made one hand out of foam, kept the other one. Now I got to make the second hand out of foam. He needs a couple of joints fixed. But he's in a different pose this year, and he looks great. I just have to, again, blacken out the PVC pipe holding him up. And they're both going into cemetery, and they'll be all finished. I think next year, hey Ronan, I think next year we should do Zero. Zero with his house. Don't you think that'd be cool? Yeah. Or we can just sing It's a Small World. Be goofy. Alright guys, here's one more shot of Sally. One more shot of Sally. You'll see her in the haunt walkthrough soon. Alright, say goodbye, haunters.
Bye 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 bye. It's a forward after all.
Bye bye.